It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, they're off to a better start than last.
Greetings, everyone, from Charlotte as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest for this Hornets home game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Hawks here looking to pick up one on the road before returning to Atlanta. So important to get off on the right foot. New year, new season. These guys have done it.
And right now for the Hawks, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
Well, how could you? They're a team that's actually feared at this point, and that is legit. They go into every single game, no matter who's the opponent, and they expect to win.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Doncic out there with Bagley. Then there's Carter. Then it's Curry. And it's Wood in at the 2 spot.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Walker. First quarter, just over a minute played. There's the feed to Carter. Count it.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to Cleveland. They get a hand on it. Here's Curry. Again, the Hawks score.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
On the wing, Lamb. Back to Walker. From past the arc. Rebound, Atlanta.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Got that one up quick. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
And Batum kicks to Walker. Charlotte no good that time either.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look. They survived it.
Now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with James Borrego. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that doing a good job defending the perimeter would get everything else going. He said, if we can get them off their spots and make them do things they're not used to, we'll have a very good chance. We'll see if they can execute that strategy, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
Kicks it to Zeller. Now the pass to Lamb. Here's Wood. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Now here's Zeller. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Here's Lamb. No good again that time. Atlanta leading by 13.
That athletic.
Yeah.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Now here's Lamb. He's coming off a 25-point game against Cleveland.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Atlanta shooting their first free throw tonight. Parker's checked in for Lamb. Charlotte calls timeout. Well, you just look at the talent that left the Hawks over the last few seasons, Brent. Easy to see why they needed to start over.
Yeah, it started with Al Horford and his departure, and then Teague and Millsap did the same. And hard for any franchise to remain competitive when you lose that many quality players, especially their chemistry in Budenholzer's system, are arguably a great fit for one another, and now off to doing bigger and better things.
Charlotte making a switch here. Hernangomez is checked in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The young Spaniard Hernangomez, a good finisher around the basket.
Here's Curry, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
On the wing, Batum. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. The kick out to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer, sinks the triple. Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now here's Parker. 14 points from him the last game against Cleveland.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball. Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Yeah, that's just working for the better shot. We always talk about in the NBA, good to great, great possession there.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Hawks lead by 20. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, you've got a huge advantage.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Charlotte, Bridges and Williams, your forward pair. Parker and Monk, that's their backcourt. And it's Hernangomez in at the 5 down low. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. He finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, D.A., for sure. Thanks. Parker. Plumlee with the rebound.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
It's Curry with the drive. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Plumlee. Plumlee's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
Charlotte calls timeout. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, really the only thing close, though, about that game was the score. In just about every other aspect, they were totally outplayed.
Atlanta making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
You know, watching Miles Bridges, he just brings so much energy to the team.
High motor guy, very aggressive. You know, a bit of a tweener, which in a positionless world could be a good thing. Explosive, strong, athletic. I think his best basketball is ahead of him.
Here's Parker, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas that these teams in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston, trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft. so that all of a sudden what you can do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally. You know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into this season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
No one covering.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
A chance to check out stats for J.J. Redick. Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And I like it when stars do exactly that. It's not just about scoring 50 or 40 or 30. It's about making plays consistently.
Parker against Jones. Redick surveying the D. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Redick's got his first points of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And good that time.
Well, when Parker uses that burst of speed on the drive, he's nearly impossible to get in front of.
Now here's Plumlee. Hernan Gomez covering. And Redick kicks to Doncic. Excellent D there from Williams.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that from him building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Here's Redick. And Parker with the block. They get it back. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
For Atlanta, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Williams. And it's Batum in for Bridges.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
On the wing, Lamb. Pass to Zeller. Here's Parker. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
If they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Jones, the pass to Doncic. To the wing right side. Jones against Parker. Jones kicks to Bagley. No good off the front iron. Hornets trail by 21. A new head coach, Lloyd Pierce, is looking to bring a defensive approach to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Pierce has the resume you would want from a defensive coach. He came up in those teams in Memphis during the grit and grind time and learned some defensive techniques from Brett Brown in Philadelphia. Helped them last year on the defensive end to be a much stingier.
When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And Lamb kicks to Zeller. Got a piece of it. And here they come. Here's Wood. Drops in the breakaway layup. Wood's got 14 points for the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
And that one's good. Parker.
Yeah, and really, Parker is scoring the ball extremely well right now. Hard to slow him down when he's this hot.
Parker against Jones. Pass to Doncic. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Atlanta with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for Charlotte. Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Wood out there with Curry. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Bagley. And it's Carter in at the center, locking down the middle. Clock at 4. There's Walker fall. Walker's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hornets. Carter, the pass to Doncic. "14 feet away." He doesn't hit that one. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
Walker finds Zeller. From 12 feet out, here's Kid Gilchrist. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Kid Gilchrist has got his second bucket.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Curry gets the bucket.
Well, it's kind of unfair. If you're that great a shooter from distance like Steph is, and then you combine with how great he is around the basket, hard to handle.
Charlotte calls timeout. Traveling has been a concern for the NBA for a while. For a purist like you, do you like that?
Well, you got to get from city to city, Kevin.
I don't think that's the kind of traveling I'm talking about here. Yes. I only ask you pay attention. That's all.
Kevin.
It's a simple request.
Yeah, they're doing a better job. Some get away with it more than others. How's that?
What an answer. Thank you, Brent. Williams, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. J.J. Redick's checked in for Atlanta. There's Walker with the 3. Carter pulls it in.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Hornets. Atlanta also making some changes here. Plumlee comes in for Bagley, and it's Carter in for Wood. Atlanta leading by 18. And Redick kicks to Plumlee. Here's the teardrop, and the play by Curry as he finishes it off for 2. Curry's got 13 points.
Now playing a little bit bigger than his size right now, Curry with great body control and some deft touch around the rim.
With the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Redick passes to Plumlee, and that's his first foul. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Carter, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 20.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Charlotte shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. And so Walker nails both of them. The Hawks leading by 18. They double team Curry. Redick against Williams. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Marvin Williams.
Well, the former Dookie, J.J. Redick, has carved an incredible role as one of the league's most deadly shooters.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And he knocks down the first one. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Hawks. And both free throws good for Redick. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Walker finds Hernangomez. Lamb with the ball. 13 feet away. It's good on the putback.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
Outside Curry. Drops in the tray. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Hernangomez.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Curry kicks to Plumlee. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Plumlee attacking. Count that one. Plumlee's got his first 2 points of the night.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Hernangomez passes to Batum. Now Walker, clock at 6. For 3, cans it from downtown. Walker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Charlotte. Curry kicks to Redick. Passes it to Plumlee, out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Let's take a quick look now at some stats for Lamb. How he did last season. Put up about 13 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Walker, bounce pass. And Lamb kicks to Batum. And there's the pass to Walker. From deep. Charlotte getting another chance here. Good work defensively by Carter.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Curry outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
If you get Steph Curry in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you just have the feeling he's not going to miss.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for Atlanta. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. Cody Zeller out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Bridges in its small forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Here's Bridges. Outside, Walker. Shoots over Curry. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 10 points in just the second half.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Monk, the pass to Zeller. Outside, Walker. Good work there as it goes. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Feeds to Curry. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Hawks lead by 21.
Yeah, Steph with the initiative here, taking charge, and tonight making a ton of things happen.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Fader on the way. And it's Monk that time on the assist by Zeller. Zeller's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, the defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
And that one is good. 7 points for Luka Doncic.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Here's Zeller. Pass to Monk. 3-pointer and another 3 for Charlotte.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Walker against Curry. This one for 3. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 15 points in just the second half.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks. He is a great leaper for his size and gets off the floor so quickly, sneaks behind the defense for that alley-oop.
Shot by Zeller, no good.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wood. Unloads. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Charlotte calls timeout.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck A bunch of hard work and a whole lot of talent.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Here's Zeller. Batum finds Walker. Back to Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight. Curry with the bounce pass. And Carter now, top of the key. Passes to Wood. 6 on the shot clock. And no good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Doncic with the steal. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Carter. The Hawks working the ball around. Right side Curry. Shoots over Walker. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
This is a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steph Curry.
That unselfishness was on full display here tonight. Did a great job of getting his teammates going.
Here's Lamb. Softly drops in the floater.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
It's rebounded by Doncic.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.